What you got? Worse
The
or better?
prizes will be up there.
Right now we have a solid green.
Yeah, but I got to let it run for like 3 or 4 minutes to see.
So far, so good, huh?
So far, but it always starts out green.
EPO is here.
So
I don't have my list in front of me, but I want to thank everybody else. ABR Industries.
and staying green longer than the last time.
Thank everybody for coming out. Really
Better late
appreciate
than
y'all
never.
Right.
Coming out and sponsoring amateur radio.
Okay.
So let's give it a shot.
I think that we're in. Yeah. I think we're good. Holy cow. Okay, let me change this real quick. Kill that. Here. Live stream. I think it's working, Steven. Okay. Okay, go ahead and tell them in the Discord chat to put hamradio2.com/live stream. I just updated the URL.
I got the direct link right now,
Okay.
and
We're still at 720p, but you know what? That's okay. You can definitely tell. Definitely tell. Let's do this. Whew. Good.
you took the thumbnail when I had the head backwards.
Oh. Getting started here, guys. Boom. That one. Yeah. Okay, good. That's there. That's there. Good, good, good.
It's holding strong.
5 and 6, up to 6 watching. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Where'd it go? There it is. Sorry for the delay, internet issues. Okay, guys, Ham Radio 2.0 live from the Houston Hamfest. Finally, about an hour and 10 minutes late starting due to internet issues, as you might fully well expect. So, Joe, I'm going to take this box home. You can't have it back. So, because I'm going to use this from now on. We got a whatchamacallit. How about this? Move over a touch. I've got a Verizon. We ran a cable, a Cat 5 cable, and a power extension cord outside of the building into a Verizon
cell network.
Something cell network. Look at the camera.
Yes.
I'm trying to look at the camera also. So anyway, that's what we did. That's what we did.
So
Okay.
we're at the Greater Houston Hamfest.
Greater Houston Hamfest.
You dragged me down to Houston. Tell me I'm
did.
going to a rocket launch. That's what you told me. Where's the rocket?
Well, there was a balloon launch outside. That should have been good enough. Should
okay.
have been good enough. So, okay. Just turn it. That's why. Okay. So, everyone tell us if our audio is okay. I think it is. Let's go ahead and go back over here, and I'm going to do this real quick. Boom.
So we got a third camera
Hold on.
today?
Yes. Yes, we do. We got a third camera today. I just did my intro.
I'm sorry. I missed
That's
that.
okay. That's all right. That's all right. Not a big deal.
Wasn't watching the window.
Not a big deal. So where is here? Yep. There's a live chat. 5-9. Doug says 5-9.
Awesome.
Lindsay, good evening. Good morning, Lindsay from Corpus Christi. Good morning, Doug. Doug's up in Ennis. Ennis, yeah. So, and let's go.
Drove
here,
through that coming down.
And I'm going to go. Okay, so here is the Hamfest shot. You know what? I'm going to raise this camera up real quick. Go ahead and talk, Frank.
Howdy. We drove down from Dallas. I drove down last night from Dallas. Jason was down here already at his very nice house that you can rent out. And yeah, very nice. And look at the Hamfest.
Okay, don't forget for the Hamfest.
Now, there were more people than this at 8, between like 8 o'clock when the doors open and Until about 30 minutes ago, this place was packed.
Yes. Well, there was a fox hunt at 10:30.
Oh, maybe that's where everybody is. And there's a forum going on right now too.
Yes, there's a they're doing a weather balloon forum and going over the technologies that goes in it. They did a weather balloon launch already this morning. They got a couple. I posted a couple pictures already in the Discord for that, and they got another one coming up at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And this 1 o'clock is the one that is going to go up and burst.
It's going to go up and burst.
So it's going to go up high.
So stop looking at me and look at the camera, because I did the same thing just now.
Yep. Good. Kick me under the table.
And don't kick the tripod either.
Ooh, yes.
But
the one they launched this morning is a floater. They called it a floater because they did not feel. If you want, there's the pictures right there. Fill it up all the way, and it's going to go up into the atmosphere and not burst because they didn't put enough helium in it to burst.
Okay.
And it's just going to float around the atmosphere as long as it can.
Okay.
The longest they have, said that they had a balloon up in the air is about a month. They have an APRS beacon on it, and it beacons every couple of minutes.
Okay.
Since it has GPS, it knows where it is. The little microchip on it, they said it can, once it detects it's going into Europe, it switches to the European APRS default beaconing.
Nice.
And then the same thing for over Asia.
Nice. Okay.
That is pretty cool if it goes that far.
I agree. That's kind of like I was on W5KUB a month or two ago, and they were talking about doing a balloon like that, sending it up. You can get this balloon that you can send up with either an APRS beacon or a whisper beacon.
Okay.
And it'll transmit your call sign via whisper or via APRS. And they said they've had those things up for like 5 or 6 months.
Wow.
So very cool stuff, right? So let's see. HTTPS. I'm going to post my URL in my Facebook group. Live stream. I got some custom URLs set up on the channel. You can go, well, first of all, everyone subscribe. You're probably already subscribed if you see the video. Go to subscribe.hamradio2.com to subscribe. The live stream can now be found at hamradio2.com/livestream. The Facebook group is hamradio2.com/Facebook. And the Discord is hamradio2.com/Discord. You can hear the guys in the back doing announcements at the Hamfest. Howdy from Colorado, KE0PTE, good morning. Let's see, greetings from West Houston, KG5RNC. Charles, you should be here, man. And
we have Tony from Southwest Louisiana.
KG5 Ton. That's a cool call sign. TON.
Ooh, that is. So, I missed that.
That'd be fun for HF phonetics. So, So I've got the center screen there between us, Frank.
Yep.
And that's the Hamfest going on behind us.
Now, what else is new for this live stream? We have a third mic.
You mean a third camera?
And a mic.
Oh, well, yeah, and a third mic, too. So we're going to get some Mike, who's the Hamfest chairman. His name is Mike. We're going to get Mike to sit down at the mic.
Mike on the mic.
Right. So, anyway, they've got some cool stuff upcoming for this Hamfest. Well, first of all, this Hamfest was going really strong for several years before Hurricane Harvey came and devastated lots of South Houston, southeast Houston area, down around Texas City, Alvin, Galveston, and that was almost 2 years ago. It was like August or September of 2017. And this Hamfest is in March of every year. So in March of 2018 last year, the numbers were quite down because the guy who was supposed to be the Hamfest chairman, he had his house messed up by Hurricane Harvey, and the number of attendees were down. It's back and growing this year. It's grown quite a bit. I know they sold at least 150 tables. We'll get that exact count from Mike shortly. You keep kicking that tripod, Frank.
Very good.
Or is that the power cable down there doing that?
No, that's 5 foot.
Okay. You ready to sit down, Mike? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. So that is.
But it's
grown.
It's
and then
grown a lot.
Mike was telling me about some stuff yesterday where it should be even bigger next year. So maybe we can get him to elaborate on that a little bit and go from there. So
while he's getting it set up here, greetings. Oh, we have someone in the chat from North Germany.
there we go.
DB9WY.
Cool. TB9 station.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay, let me go ahead and talk for a minute, Frank.
All right.
I'm going to adjust this camera just a bit.
So, howdy. Welcome to the Frank Show. Jason doesn't know, I just renamed and changing all the links right now.
Frank Show.
Yep. Just looking through the chat.
All right.
And Noel, the infamous Noel, joins us.
The infamous Noel.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. All right, let's go here. Mike, you ready?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, you're good. Give me a 1-2 count there.
How about 1, 2, and maybe 3?
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
There we go. Sounds good. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Jason?
Oh, I'm frustrated.
It's
I had
working.
some internet issues this morning, but that's not unusual. You know, it's not unusual to have internet issues for a live stream, so it keeps everything real.
I'm glad we're on the air, though.
Yeah. So special thanks to Steven KG5OKB for getting us this test set up. So, okay, so I told everyone briefly about happenings here that are, what's up, Steve? And,
Ooh, there's a poodle.
yeah, that's Steve. 150 tables plus that you sold today?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What, do you have a more accurate number than that?
Not at this time.
Okay, that's fine. I know you've been busy this morning.
A little bit.
So you said you've got some stuff working to grow the show even more next year?
I think so. We've been talking about lots of things. The committee, the Hamfest committee.
Yes.
Which you're going to see Mr. Pumpkin come by here in the background of the camera. Oh, he's not quite there.
He's not quite there yet.
Eddie, you need to walk a little bit. Eddie.
There we go.
Eddie's going to be part of the Hamfest committee next year again.
Okay.
And so smile at Eddie. Say, there you go.
Yeah, you're on the screen right there.
Eddie and I have talked about many things for next year.
Okay.
And we want to obviously see it grow.
Mm-hmm.
We're thinking about some type of possible indoor tailgate area.
Ooh, okay.
So people only have to pay $1,000 per vehicle. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
This year it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's free tailgate out in the main parking lot, but we are thinking about maybe an indoor tailgate area.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we'll have to charge for that because we have to pay for somebody to sweep the floor.
Sure. Okay.
Hopefully we'll have some more classes next year, some more presentations. We're a little thin on that this year. We do have some SM&D soldering. We're going to have some kit building, design and planning.
Now, you did kit building. Well, no. Yeah, you did hotspot kit building a couple years ago.
Yes.
And had some good. And I've already told the audience this morning about how the numbers were down last year due to Hurricane Harvey.
Yes.
And how we're rebuilding the Hamfest from there.
Yes.
You've got a really cool, let me get over to this screen here, and we're going to switch. This is a really great looking website that you guys hear.
Well, we're working at it.
HoustonHamfest.org. Most of your, Frank and I were talking this morning, most of your ham radio Hamfest these days look like they were still built by Microsoft Front Page 2000.
Right.
Which means they look like crap. But this one is a nice looking website.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Really nice looking layout here, great information, clickable links. Let me turn that down.
I appreciate it.
Well, there you go.
Eddie did all the building on the website.
Good. Good. Okay.
It looks very
It looks
nice.
He even
and
fixed all my
modern.
mistakes.
It looks really good. So,
And that was the really hard part, was fixing my mistakes.
well, everybody makes them, I guess. So,
No, we had a great turnout this year.
good.
One thing that we've done is we went down another road for our food. We've had some issues with our
Yes.
food vendors over the years.
It's good this year.
This year it's beyond good. I think it's great.
Good.
And I think
Making me hungry.
nobody can go away. If you can't walk away with radios, at least you can walk away with a full stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
The breakfast tacos were amazing.
Yes.
Good.
They were
The
very
barbecue's
good.
great as well.
Soft
Good.
drinks for $1. Can you beat that?
Can't beat that.
No.
I know. That's why.
Not in most places
why I
you
have
can,
one.
for sure.
So classes, indoor
Yes.
tailgating, possibly. We're doing multiple balloon launches. We'll do. Who knows? We could do 3 next year.
We did 2 today, or well, you have a second one coming up here in about an hour.
Correct.
Okay.
Had a fox hunt. Or either the fox went up on the balloon. I don't know which. But I lost track.
That'd be a great hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
maybe
Going for
that's
the
what
distance.
that's what the third one will be next year.
Right. Right. Totally.
So, but it's gone well.
Now, did
know, we
someone
always
win the fox hunt?
Say again.
Did someone win the fox hunt? Did they find
They
it?
haven't come up here yet. We had a $50 gift certificate from ARRL.
Good. Good.
We've had lots of door prizes donated from ARRL, Main Trading, ARRL section manager Paul Gilbert donated lots of prizes.
Good.
I mean, we're just giving away lots of door prizes every hour.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay.
So what is the big prize for this year?
This year, ICOM 7300 will be the main giveaway of the raffle.
Popular radios there is right now.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For the price point, for sure. Yeah.
And then for the folks that want to get their feet wet in DMR, we're going to do an Anytone 878 DMR handheld.
Perfect. Awesome.
So
There's a big DMR presence and usage down here in the Houston area.
it's growing.
Yeah.
I can't even keep up.
No, probably not.
And I work in DMR on the commercial side, and they've exceeded what I can think of down here.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And it continues to grow. Rick N5 KJN, he was on the show last year, and he's responsible for keeping everything together and keeping all the talk groups and repeater frequencies in the hands of those of us who run the DMRTexas.net website. So that's thanks to Rick for that. He was around here earlier this morning. I don't know where he went though. So
But I've had a lot of volunteers help this year. Some new ones come in. We've done a
Good.
great job. Eddie's done a great job, website, and taking care and trying to keep me straight. That's been his biggest problem. Did you get your message for you to call your shop?
I sure did.
Say, communications works.
hey, there you go. Communications. Okay.
Mikey's done a good job too.
Yeah. Well, I know, and we tried to get I tried to get Mike on a video chat earlier in January, and just too busy. There's too much going on. So we'll try to.
He's too busy to talk to throughout
Yeah,
the year.
yeah.
But he still gets it all planned. It's amazing how
That's
it works.
true. That's true. It's a good way to look at it. So,
One thing that's the Hamfest helps us provide for the local area in regards to Brazos Valley Amateur Radio Club is the funds from here, yes, helps us get ready for the Hamfest next year.
okay.
We also put funds into a fairly large field day effort.
Yes.
This year we have, last couple of years we've had a 4-club field day event, quad club,
Yes.
and our new locations, which you haven't seen yet.
No, I haven't seen the new one yet.
It's only about 60 acres of pristine area with a 3-bedroom house in the middle of it. And that's our field day site.
Nice.
And
That is cool.
We have these couple of huge man lifts come in. We have 10 stations there with a GOTA station. We have Fort Bend County Emergency Management Communications trailer out there. Of course, they're out here today as well.
Yeah, I saw him out in the parking lot earlier.
They work very close with the amateur community.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that for them.
Good.
Good museum ships too.
Museum ships, that's where
That's one of my favorites.
where some of our funds from the Hamfest also goes to help us for museum ships.
There's a guy in the channel right now named Nuclear Ship Savannah Amateur Radio Club, NSSARC. He was in there last month, too.
Great.
Hold on. Say that again, Frank. I got you muted because your mic's picking up a lot of background.
The call sign for the nuclear ships on the air was K3 SAV.
SAV for Savannah. So we were talking about Museum Ships Weekend is HF Special Event Station is the first weekend in June.
First weekend in June,
Yeah,
yes.
so
And the museum ships for Galveston, where Brazos Valley and a couple other clubs help go down in Maine, is the special station group out of all the museum ships because it's a twofer. One contact gets you 2 ships.
Plus, there's other ships down there. We've got another club that mans Battleship Texas, another club that mans the Alyssa, which is an old wooden ship.
Uh-huh.
And I think, weren't they manning the concrete ship that's out there?
The Selma.
Yeah, so that's like 5 ships, all within sight
Wow.
of each other.
Well,
Wow.
it's
And
5.
everybody operates.
It's 5, 6, or 7, depending on how you want to count it.
okay.
Because we have the Selma, which is the old concrete ship from World War I.
Okay.
The Alyssa, which is a wooden ship from the 1800s that's been restored, a 3-masted.
This is in
schooner.
Galveston, or
All in Galveston.
okay.
And then, of course, we have the 2 museum ships in Galveston, which is the USS Stewart, Destroyer Escort, and the USSS Cavala, which is a World War II submarine.
Okay.
And then we have the USS Texas, which is
Yeah.
over in Deer Park area.
Yes.
And then we also have a memorial station set up for the 2 ships that exploded in Texas City in 1947.
Okay.
Van Camp, and I can't remember the other one, unfortunately.
Okay.
And all those ships are practically within sight of each other.
And
Nice.
all of them are going to be on the air for the museum ships on the air?
Well, some of them are. Definitely for the Cavala and Stewart, we are.
Uh-huh.
Battleship Texas is, we can't quite see them, but we can see the Alyssa. We can almost wave to each other.
Nice.
The concrete ship, we can wave to them,
Okay.
but nobody's allowed on that.
Oh.
So the operator for the concrete ship, the Selma, is normally set up with the Stewart or the Cavala. So
Good. Awesome.
So we do, between
It's a
field
fun weekend. All
field-
over the country.
Yeah.
field day,
Yeah.
museum ships,
Uh-huh.
and of course the Hamfest.
Good.
That's what Brazos Valley seems to be doing for the amateur community in the Houston area.
Awesome.
Also in the chat, it was posted the South Texas Amateur Radio Club goes to the USS Lexington in Corpus Christi
Yes,
for
we talked to them as well.
Right.
And in the past, it's been a couple of years ago, we had a special certificate for 10 ships for the Texas Navy.
Oh, nice.
And so we're going to try to get that again this year. So with the Lexington and
Yeah.
and the ships in Galveston,
Yeah.
and one in College Station, and a ship in Fredericksburg. And it
Okay.
came up to be about 10 ships.
Nice.
So
Okay. Awesome.
So
That's
you-
fun. I got invited to go back up to the Batfish
Yes.
in Muskogee.
All right.
I did a live stream. Well, we couldn't get the internet to work there either, so we didn't do a live stream. But
you were in a metal tube.
I know it. Yeah.
What were your
But
expectations
they're,
going to be?
but I did an event for them back last November, I think it was, and they invited me back up there. So I haven't decided what I'm doing yet that weekend, but it would be fun to, even if I stay at home and just try to contact as many ships as I can. That may be what I
There's so
do.
much history. with
Yeah,
those ships.
yeah,
It's
for
just
sure.
amazing to be there where those men were.
Right. Exactly.
Agreed.
Exactly. That's awesome.
The only thing interesting about the USS Stewart was I found a radio room that they never found.
What?
Is that right?
Yep.
Wow.
There's an emergency radio room in the back of the ship,
Uh-huh.
and they said, we never knew it was there.
Nice.
Guys, I need to go.
Okay.
It's time to give away some more prizes.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you very much for
So
sitting
thank
down.
you very much for coming out.
And, yeah, and I'm sorry it took us so long to get this up
well,
and
I'm
going.
glad you're
but-
up on the air.
But
Jason?
but we're good now.
Even
Yep.
better.
Jason,
Yeah.
thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Good
Thank
to
you,
talk
Eddie.
to you.
Thanks a lot, Frank, right?
Yep. Thank you.
So that is that. Where am I right now, Frank?
We were in the Greater Houston Hamfest.
Yeah, I know that. I'm
Front
trying
stage.
I'm trying to look at my
Loud and proud.
my camera got moved a little bit, so but that's okay. Mute that microphone.
It wasn't the guy sitting next to it who accidentally kicks it. Kicks it.
I think that's wrong. So let me change this view here.
While you're doing that, we have several people to say hello to. K5LK from Trinity, Texas. The nuclear ship on the air. Hello again. The K3SAV. Donald. You put Philly. Yeah, Donald from Philly. WB3WJU. Thank you for joining us.
And David Eaton, need to go see McKinney at the Tornado Alert table at the Hamfest. TornadoAlert.com. Tornado Alert is a device that alerts you about tornadoes. Go figure. But no,
did they talk to you?
they talked to me they were at the Irving Hamfest. They're going to Dayton, I believe.
Okay.
I've got a device that I've been kind of playing with that I'll be doing a video on upcoming. So really cool. Go to TornadoAlert.com. Check out that device. Great device to be prepared for incoming weather alerts. Very good. And then you can always have your Races and Aries channels programmed into your HT. And once you hear the weather alert go off, turn your radio on.
Agreed.
So, okay. I wonder where Bob went, because he wanted to sit down and talk about American Legion Amateur Radio Club. So we will see if I can see him in a minute. Once again, we got 47 watching now, so those people weren't watching a minute ago. We were late starting today. I was going to start at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We didn't get started until about 10 after 11 due to internet issues. Special thanks to Steven, KG5OKB, for allowing us to use his outdoor Verizon hotspot that we had to run a Cat 5, a 25-foot Cat 5 cable in here. So
we got a winner on the Fox Hunt.
Oh, good. See if they say his call sign. We'll repeat that. If anybody knows a good place to get... Did he say GXZ?
GXZ.
KF5 Kilo Foxtrot 5 Golf X-Ray Zulu won the Fox Hunt. So, congratulations. If anybody knows a good place to get an unlimited, a SIM card on...
Decent price.
Yeah, for a decent price, for an unlimited data plan, Verizon, T-Mobile, whatever. Not Sprint. Sprint has one, but Sprint coverage in Texas is terrible. Hopefully on T-Mobile. I have an AT&T one, but it's not unlimited. Their unlimited plan's like $150 a month. And for as little as I use it, realistically, that's just not feasible to do that. But down there, yeah. So everybody thinks we're the ticket table because we're up there on the stage. But anyway, okay. So we're up to 51 watching now. Excellent. Hopefully that's not too loud in the mic. I don't know about that announcements coming over the loudspeaker. So we have a Discord channel now for Ham Radio 2.0. Go to hamradio2.com/Discord. It's a chat room that you can get in there and join multiple channels within the chat room, within the server. Got one for DMR, got one for Arden Mesh Networking, got one for All-Star. Might set up something for, somebody talked about SDR the other day. We might create one for SDR.
I don't have a link to that. Can you go ahead and find that for us so we can get in the super chat?
Just type it in. hamradio2.com/Discord.
That's it?
That's it. Yep. So I created a... Noel said he'll send a link.
I think he was talking about the Spectrum Wireless, $45 a month.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right, because we're on a 30 to 60 second delay on the video. So, yeah, put that link in the chat. hamradio2.com/Discord. And... I'm still looking for Bob.
Ticket number again, 720201.
But I don't see him.
720201.
But gosh, I wish we could have gotten a better. Wish we could have gotten started earlier, because the tables behind us right now that are, there's a row that's empty, it was not empty earlier. So I think those guys actually sold all their stuff and left. I don't think they left early. I think they sold out and then left. So
That's called winning at the ham radio
right,
convention
that's
game.
exactly correct. That's exactly right. Yeah, that's you come to your ham fest, you sell everything you got, and you leave. If it was me, I would just sell everything I got and then spend it on some other stuff that I don't need. So let's see. Radar by Dave, yeah. Did you post that link there, Frank?
I could not dig it up.
Oh, dig it up. Well, here, let me just type it.
I got some names and locations coming to you right now of friends that I've logged and in our super chat.
Okay.
Check your Discord. Boom.
I don't have Discord running.
Oh, all right.
I shut down everything on this laptop to run the live stream. It just makes it run smoother.
All right. I have then Nate from Wales. Wow. Thank you for joining.
Awesome.
MW7NAT.
MW, where's that from?
Wales.
Oh, that is him. Okay, MW7. I thought you were talking about something. I thought you were talking about the next person in line.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Awesome.
I also have a Chris from Baytown, KG5JAH. Very close to my call sign, KG5AHJ. Chris is KG5JAH.
JAH. There you go. Just swap the letters around a little bit.
Wilco from Boston, KD2PSB. Thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you for watching the live stream.
And I also got a Paul D0 or DO5.
Yeah, DO5.
I didn't know that was a prefix. DO5PL.
DO5PL. Cool. Thanks for joining.
I'm trying to grab everyone's call sign and where they're from. If I miss it, I'm sorry.
Okay, one more.
We'll have another round here in a couple minutes here.
Do some other camera shots here with the
First three numbers are going to be 720.
with the third camera here. I can move around.
No name on it, but it's
Look at that.
720-460.
Suspender man over there on the other side of the table.
720-460, and they forgot to put their name on it. So please look at your ticket. 720-460. So we're looking at tickets. 720-460, 720-201.
Dead air. You're getting penalized.
No, he's talking in the background.
Your tickets, your prizes will be waiting for you at the announcer's booth, announcers at the podium, and all prizes not claimed by 2 o'clock. We'll give those away at a quick raffle at that point.
Yes,
Don't forget to get your raffle tickets now to the grand prize. Icon 7300.
Boom. Okay, so we're moved back. Put that there.
It sounds like they're gearing up for that Icon
Icon-
Radio
I
grand
see
prize.
7300. Yeah, well, the drawing will be done at 2 o'clock, and we won't be live streaming for the next 2.5 hours. So, but it'll be fun to see who wins that. What else?
John from Dublin, Ireland. I think he posted his call EI2EBB.
Cool. EI2. Oh yeah, I see him. Yeah.
Curtis from Tennessee, AE4BT, and then Jim from where we hail from, Fort Worth, N0UWY.
Thanks for joining in the super chat, guys. Appreciate that. Something I've talked about, something I've thought about that I haven't talked about yet. So, here's what, as you know, as I've said before, hopefully you know, I have a Patreon page, patreon.com/hamradio, where I take monthly donations to keep the show running and hopefully expand it. I've had several people in the last month actually sign up for the annual membership through Patreon, which is $8.25 a month. You can sign up for the smallest donation amount, which is only $2 a month. That'll buy you a half of a hamburger at most places, or about half of a Starbucks cup of coffee. But the people who sign up for the $99 annual membership, which breaks down to $8.25 a month, I have a monthly conference call with these folks. It's just me and them, and we get on there and we talk about just whatever they want to talk about. Really, it's really kind of up to the members at that point in time. We had 5 members that were sent the invite last month, and 2 of them joined the call, and that was the first time ever. I kind of planned it at the last minute. But that
when are these calls again?
That call will be next weekend, probably Saturday.
All right.
I'm trying to do it like the last weekend of the month.
You're going to be on the... Oh, never mind. I was off dates.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You're talking about Belton probably, which is 2 weekends from now. But, yeah, so that call will be probably next Saturday in the afternoon. And hopefully several, I think we've got 8 or 9 people in that group now. But those Patreon subscribers and members have a special channel, private channel in the Discord server as well. So now I said all that to say I am thinking of trying to do a live stream
from England.
No.
We have a lot of Patreons or people in our super chat from England today.
Well, that's good. Yeah, 2 Echo 0 Uniform Kilo Hotel. Welcome, Chris. Thanks for joining. Let's see. So I'm thinking about trying to do a live stream and asking people to donate to the super chat, which you can do with the little, if you go here, I'm going to put this screen back up on there. If you go here and this button right here, if you click on that, you can show your support for Ham Radio 2.0, and you can donate. Shoot, I think they'll let you do any amount in there, really. $1, couple dollars, whatever. I'm thinking about doing that for how to program a DMR code plug. Do a live stream.
Which system? Anytone, TYT.
Probably TYT, but a second part of that will be taking that code plug and then putting it through the Enzo GSG contact manager and distributing it to multiple platforms.
That would be a good one.
So yeah, and I'm going to take a code plug from scratch, build it up, put all my contacts in it, put all the talk groups in it, put the contacts in it, put the channels in it, and do that up. I might do like an hour, 1 to 2 hour live stream, and then I'm going to cut those videos up into chunks and put them up on my Patreon page. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I was gonna kind of announce that maybe in an upcoming video. I decided to do it now because we didn't have any, because the other guy who wanted to come and sit down with us has gone AWOL. But partially because we took so long to get on the air. But I'm thinking about trying to do that as a live stream for people who are interested in programming DMR, and also as a revenue generating. What's the word I'm looking for? Stream. Revenue generating stream to promote Ham Radio 2.0 to the next level.
Now, we also in the live streams now we have a hot seat for anyone, not
Yes.
just special guests. Anyone come up and talk to us and tell us what you're doing in the ham radio world.
Yes.
Tell us about your shack. Try to explain grounding to me because it's still don't understand it, or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. So that's good. Upcoming on the show, I've got I didn't bring my book with me today. Upcoming on the show. Oh, hey, by the way, I've got these on
shameless self-promotion plug.
Right. Well, there's nothing shameless. This is my channel. So I've got these. These are the TYT MD UV380 on GrapevineAmateurRadio.com. They're right there at the front page. They're $119.99 with a $20 off coupon that's available, taking it down to $99.99. Comes with the programming cable, free shipping, enter the coupon code of HR20. So grapevineamateurradio.com, find that radio, enter the coupon code of HR20, and $99.99 free shipping with the programming cable. So, Wilco says, do you guys have any advice on picking an HF rig? Dude, that's HF rig, it's a budget thing. Figure out what your budget is, and go from there. If money is no object, my current pick, the ICOM IC7610. They're about $3,000. The new Kenwood that just came out, which is a TS890S, is about $1,800 to $1,000 more than that. I would prefer the ICOM. That's my personal preference. But if you have an Elecraft is really good. Flex Radio, that's where I was going a second ago. I traveled down to the Flex Radio headquarters in Austin, Texas about a week and a half ago. Got a lot of really good footage of their system, their setup, their manufacturing process. Got some how-to videos on how to go in and do certain things on the Flex Maestro system. Those will be posting on the channel next week. So really looking forward to that. I'm hopefully going to be working a deal out to be able to do a lot of how-to videos on this channel from Flex Radio. So special thanks to both Matt and Lori for allowing me to come down there and get some really cool footage on the back end of how their manufacturing process is done, and also just, what the Flex Radio looks like physically, what the software looks like, and how to go into the software and do, just some basic setup stuff. Filter demonstration, that was good too. So, Wilco 1985. Yeah, just, man, really depends on your budget, because you can go. I mean, if you want something that's cheap but good, you can get the ICOM IC7300, which they're giving away here today at the Hamfest. You can get those for about $1,000 right now after mail-in rebate. I had mentioned on one of my videos a while back that the 7300 was going for about $950 after mail-in rebate, and somebody put it on there. Where is that? That price kind of fluctuates. It was at one point in time, it was $950 after mail-in rebate at Main Trading Company. Go to mtcradio.com, check out their website, call them. Their phone number's on the front of the website. I don't have it memorized. Go to mtcradio.com, find their phone number, call them, ask for Tammy. Tell her that Jason from Ham Radio 2.0 told her for you to call them, and that they had the best price on the IC7300, which fluctuates. Don't call her and say, oh, he told me it was $500. Don't do that, because I don't know what the price is, but it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,000, give or take a couple $100. It's probably more give a couple $100. Somewhere between $1,000, $1,100, $1,050, $1,150, somewhere in there. The manufacturer's rebate from ICOM changes every month. So what it is today may not be what it was last month, may not be what it is next month, but mtcradio.com. Go out there and call those guys. So, Donald, WB3BJU, thank you for the $10 donation in the Super Chat. If you're looking at the Super Chat now, you can see what that looks like. It's up, I guess everybody can see that. I assume that I'm not the only one who can see that.
Yep, everyone can see that.
Okay, so you're looking at the chat right now, right?
Yep.
Here's a screen. Here's what the Super Chat looks like on the right-hand side of the screen here. So thank you for the donation. That really does help to keep us going and get expanded into taking the show to the next level. Going to be making a drive to Dayton in a couple of months. Next month in April, we'll be doing the Belton Hamfest the first weekend in April, and the second weekend in April we'll be doing Texas State Parks on the Air.
I'm looking forward to that.
So Texas State Parks on the Air should be fun.
That is going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. You're running a station, or you're going to be an operator?
I'm going to take my both. I'm going to take my QRP rig.
Okay.
And set up a QRP rig with a buddy pole, and maybe do some QRP work with my buddy pole. But at the same time, the MJARS, Mansfield Johnson Amateur Radio Society Club from Mansfield, Texas, they're renting some pavilions out there at Possum Kingdom Lake, and I will probably be doing some videos and operating with their stuff if they allow me to. I think they'll have several stations set up. So it just depends on who. If there's a lot of operators there and only a few radios, I may not get to operate, and that's okay. That's okay. I'll have my own stuff. But if I can sit down for half hour at one of their places, I may do that too. So, Nismore 2, if I'm saying that right. When do you think more fully featured APRS-enabled radio will start showing up besides the Anytone? I think...
Good question.
Good question. Yeah, good question. I don't know. My gut tells me that soon, because now that Anytone got the ball rolling for everybody else, other manufacturers are going to start following suit. I think the Elenco, which is basically the same thing as the Anytone, with the new firmware with the Elenco, it'll do APRS over DMR. It doesn't do analog APRS, which analog APRS is really what you want, in my opinion. Because you can, if you're...
The majority of receiver stations out there are analog.
Right, yeah. So if you're wanting to do digital DMR APRS, you need a hotspot or you need a repeater with APRS enabled. And a lot of these hotspots, these Pi-Star hotspots, already have APRS on the back APRS on the back end anyway, so it's kind of redundant. But usually the APRS in the hotspot, as someone pointed out the other day, you go in there and tell it your coordinates, and it doesn't. There's no GPS in the hotspot that tells you, oh, hey, I'm driving down the road. And the radio will tell you, hey, I'm driving down the road. So it picks up your GPS coordinates at the same time as relaying over APRS. So that's kind of cool. But you still need a hotspot. But there's a lot of iGates and digipeaters and analog connections out there for analog APRS. Or APRS over analog frequencies rather than APS over DMR frequencies. So, or DMR transmissions. But hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I don't have any line on that, but hopefully you'll start seeing that more and more. Okay.
I am looking up getting that new Anytone.
Good. The Anytone's probably my favorite one that's out right now.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I have the other one. It has GPS built in, but I don't know what you could do with it other than I think it does embed it in the digital header when you transmit.
There's a way to go in and program a back-end channel to transmit your GPS coordinates through a channel into a hotspot. It's just kind of like, I mean, it works, but the APRS feature is a lot more cool.
I don't know why they didn't do even a software update, if that's possible.
I think it's a different radio inside of the 878. That's why it'll work over analog transmissions as well.
Nose itching. I was the first one this time.
Right. Let's see. Is ICOM at your Hamfest? Tony asked. No, they're not here. They've been here in the past. They were here 2 years ago. Have not seen them. They are not here today, unfortunately. So Ray Novak and Will from ICOM. Houston Hamfest next year, buddy. Let's see. Looking for Rodney KB3KAU asks, looking for a good HT ICOM ? Yeah, ICOM makes an excellent HT. You're going to pay for it. ICOM's expensive, but very good quality. Very good quality. Yes. My favorite HT I'm carrying around right now, it's my bag down there, is my Kenwood D74 tri-band with D-Star. I've never used it on D-Star. I got it because it was tri-band. Great radio. But
I got another couple names real fast.
Okay, go ahead.
We got a Rob from Indiana, KD9 KLI from Indiana.
Cool. Thanks, Rod. Thanks for joining.
And then the infamous Noel Lee, KF5SLK from Watauga, Texas.
Noel's good. He's in there answering. I'm watching him.
Yeah.
He's in there answering questions and reposts.
Thank you, Noel.
Yeah, thanks, Noel. Appreciate the help there. Noel, hopefully you're at Belton in a couple weekends. If the you know what? I'm going to get Steven to bring his hotspot to Belton so that I can use this again if the Belton Wi-Fi doesn't work for me. So, because that's a metal building also.
Yeah.
That's a metal building. Oh, you know what? We could, if the weather holds, we could do, with his hotspot, we could do the live stream from outside, which is where we'd be set up on Friday anyway. We set up Friday outside. Really fun tailgate event on outdoors in Belton, Texas, twice a year, spring and fall, April and October usually. So as long as the weather holds, which the weather today was great. It's a little bit overcast today, but it's nice outside. Yesterday was sunny and bright and perfect. As long as the weather holds, Friday and Saturday at the Belton Hamfest, we'll do our live stream on Saturday. I did rent a table indoors for us, but if the weather holds, man, I might just set up some T-shirts on the table inside and do the live stream from outside. I think that'd be more fun anyway. So something to think about.
You need to get a sign for the hot seat. Just
Yeah,
say, walk
Yeah.
up, come talk to us.
Yeah, one thing at a time. This is the first time we've had the hot seat, as it were, on the mic over there. But and also, you know, if we could have got this freaking stuff started on time, we probably could have had at least one or two. Russell KB5RAB was around here earlier. He was gonna sit down and talk to me last year at this Hamfest, and he was sick that weekend, so he didn't even make it to the show. So I don't know where he went. He might have left already also. So that signal still looks really good.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Good and green.
I'm gonna take this hotspot and put it in my truck before Steven comes back over here, and then he'll email me. Hey, what happened? I don't know, man. Somebody took it. I don't know where it went. By the way, I'm going to use it at Belton.
Yeah, please don't cancel the plan.
Right, yeah.
But
No,
we don't
okay.
know where it is,
Yeah.
but we know where it'll be utilized.
So, yeah. Steven's listening. He just posted, we'll be there at Belton, yeah. Yeah, I might steal this hotspot from you, bud. So, anyway, Noel, email me that whatever you said earlier that was in the super chat about the...
I got it.
Oh, you got it? About the unlimited...
Yes, I got it.
Because I need a SIM card to put in my Digi router in the truck that's going to run a mobile mesh node, but also have Wi-Fi. It also has Wi-Fi capability, and yeah, so we'll see. Let's see. Rodney says, if you're not busy, April 27th, York, PA Hamfest. That's probably too far for me, but man, Pennsylvania, be cool. Probably too far. Plus, April 27th is Mentor Fest in Garland.
I'm going. I want to go to that.
Good. Okay, good. Yeah, we're not going to do any filming there, but I'm going to be giving my DMR presentation. And there'll be multiple other presentations. It's just a day of forum presentations at Mentor Fest in Garland. Contact the North Texas section manager, ARRL section manager, Steve, KG5VK, for more information on that. I don't remember if they have a website or not. Mentor Fest.
I'll look it up.
Google that. Yeah, Mentor Fest.
I think we posted it last time.
You can go to ARRL.ntx or ntx.ARRL.com or whatever it is. Whatever that, yeah. The North Texas ARRL website has mention of it. But I thought Mentor Fest had its own website. I don't remember right now. Hello from Indiana, KD9MAD. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see. Tony, KG5TON, are you when you say they skipped?
Thank you, David. David just beat me for that link.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah.
Just beat me.
Good.
I was at the control, and it popped.
Oh, good. Okay, good. So KG5TON says they skipped Rain, Louisiana this year as well. You talking about ICOM? Because I was invited back to Rain, and I couldn't work out my schedule this year. Fingers crossed I'll be able to make it back to Rain, Louisiana next year. This is the Acadiana Hamfest. That was a fun show last year. Some really, really, really good crawfish. How can you say no? But I couldn't work out the scheduling this year. Anthony Harwood, look at that. N5WLS with a $25 donation in the super chat. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Thanks, Tony. Anthony, sorry. Oh, no, he says Tony there and Anthony there. Sorry, man. Yeah, appreciate the donation. That does keep us going and updated and able to go to... Hey, you know what? If we could get that rolling a little bit more often, we could go to more Hamfests.
Mm-hmm.
So, in all transparency, the Houston Hamfest, one of the reasons we're here today, not because... One of the reasons I'm here today is because I like supporting Texas Hamfest. The other reason I'm here today is Houston Hamfest did an annual donation to me. They did. I have monthly monetary donations coming into me through like Patreon and a couple other PayPal and whatnot. Houston Hamfest came to me after the show last year, and they said, if we pay a whole year in advance, will you give us a discount? And I said, of course. Yes, absolutely I will. So they promoted me for 12 months worth of payments up front, 12 months worth of donations up front, which so I have the link from their Hamfest from my webpage and in a bunch of my YouTube videos, and I've talked about them here and there, and tried to get them in an interview a couple of times 2 or 3 months ago, and they were just I just couldn't get a hold of Mike. So Mike told me this morning, he's like, yeah, I'm going to give you the names of some other people who are on the Hamfest committee that will actually have time to do that for you. So we're going to be promoting it even more next year.
Get your door prize tickets in. Don't forget to get your raffle tickets.
Door prize.
Icon 7300.
There's Bob.
Door prizes, get turned them down.
You want to sit down?
By.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, head over to the podium. We have
Wait until they're done over here, and then we can sit down right there, and then we'll start talking to you once the loudspeaker goes quiet. So.
We also exhibit in the back of the facility. We have somebody with a Land Rover back there with a fairly unique HF setup and everything. Go back there and take a look at Jeff's vehicle and see how he has things set up. Okay, item number 1.
What software are you using?
This is Wirecast. Wirecast.
You want to turn his mic on? Or is it already hot?
No, it's not.
1, 2, test.
Test. There you go. It's just really loud right here because of the podium. So wait for him. Yeah, that's a Behringer.
A Derringer?
Looks like
Behringer.
Derringer?
No, not a Derringer.
Oh.
Andrew Cameron.
I'll definitely sign up for that raffle.
Yeah.
They'll have some lighting coming
For a
this way.
40-watt soldering station.
Yeah. That's why I was wearing the hat today.
It's not as it looks better on YouTube than it does right there.
720-328. 40-watt soldering station.
I'm going to send you a link to some lighting.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I've got a little bit. Oh, I've got one. I've got one with me.
You really need about 3.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You
probably do. And quite frankly, every other Hamfest we've ever sat up.
Hi. He said Frank.
Quite frankly. You moron. Every other Hamfest we've ever set up, we've not had harsh shadow issues. We set up at Irving 2 or 3 weekends ago, and they put us right there in the front with the big window in front. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And then prior to that, Cowtown just had much better lighting than this place does.
But
So
even in daylight, I still use a light.
Okay.
Yeah, because
720-463.
even if it's bright behind,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose stuff on the face.
Yeah.
It's just gonna.
Yeah, that's true.
Item
Okay.
number 3.
Yeah, it's just it adds to the ambiance of being live. But yes, I mean, yeah, it's a process getting everything built up. And
Well, you did a great job, man.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed.
Thanks. Thanks.
Are you selling these?
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Those are MDU V380s.
How much are they?
$99. Come by to Hamfest today. Have it for a $100 bill, no tax.
720-328. Your door prizes are waiting.
So, okay, let's
Whoever picks up their door prize by 2 o'clock.
KG5 PTT. Good morning, Josh. Thanks for joining us today.
We also have Gary from Florida. He didn't put a call sign, but welcome.
That's okay.
Don't forget to get your raffle ticket at the Icon 7300 raffle.
Okay. K5UZZ Ray. Good morning.
For the Icon 7300.
And he meant Quiet Frank. Instead of Quite Frankly, he meant Quiet Frank. Yeah, that's probably true. So, all right.
I think we're good for a minute.
Okay, I think we're good for a minute. Bob, tell me your call sign again.
Kilowatt Delta 5 Alpha Tango is my personal call sign.
KD5AT. And you've got a YouTube channel also, don't you?
I do, but I just don't have a lot of content there, so it's not really worth sending anybody there right now. But we're adding content all the time.
How you doing?
But
KC5JR, Jason.
Oh, yeah. Good to meet you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Good to see you.
If you want to hang around,
You know Walter now. Walter and I.
Oh yeah, Walter. Yeah, I know how you.
yeah,
Yeah, good to see you again.
We have a hot seat. Tell us
So
about
yeah, okay. So you do, but you said there's not much there.
There's
I'm
not
sorry.
much content there at this
Okay.
point, but we're working on that. So.
Okay, good.
So, but
Good.
But
you want to talk about the American Legion Amateur Radio Club? Did I get the name right?
yeah, we can talk about a little bit about BVARC too. Matter of fact, let
Okay.
me talk about Hamfest a little bit.
Okay.
And,
Mike sat down and talked a little bit about that, but feel free.
Okay.
No, that's okay. That's all right. Because I got a different number of watchers now than we had back then, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
fine. So that's
Okay, well,
it's okay.
First of all, for all the folks that came to Hamfest, thanks, and particularly for all the vendors that came out, we want to make sure that they got our thank yous as well.
Yeah.
But whereas, as everybody knows, we're in a state where the state of Hamfest is changing, and so
Yes.
we're looking to various options, and one of the things I keep saying is you really have to see Hamfest as a year-long thing, not a one-time event during the year, but
Right.
something that leads up to it. And so,
Yeah.
So guys, podcasters like yourself help us to know kind of what's on the agenda, what's going on, and
Yeah.
what's coming up in the future, and help us to understand what things we need to be thinking about to further fuel the ham radio conversation, which is always evolving, of course, but.
Right.
But we have some things that I've tried in the past, not in a ham radio context. Well, excuse me, not in a Hamfest context, but in another context of
Okay.
how do we get ham radio more known in the general hobbyist kind of community.
Yeah.
A few years ago, for example, one thing I'm thinking about is the question is how do we involve universities?
Okay.
And university ham clubs. Well, one idea is to contact our local universities, which would be around Houston area. Would be obviously Rice University, and as well as Texas A&M and University of Texas and University of North Texas up in Denton, where my home is. They have a strong ham club.
Do they really?
They really do. As a matter of fact, you need to be in contact with those guys and see if you can get them on the air and talk about what they're doing. But,
Sure.
But the idea is if we approach those ham clubs with the idea of one, let's see papers from your students that detail ham radio and practical field purposes, and that might be for experimentation for use in telemetry, or it might be there's one guy I talked to at UT used for emergency medicine. Like using VHF for remote telemetry for ambulances that are not served with them. There's some spots in Texas that are really pretty sparse on their
for sure
on their VHF coverage. Well, the amateur bands can help support that from time to time.
Right.
In an emergency case, if you've got the paramedics that are licensed and can transmit the EKG data to a hospital or to a cardiologist who can quickly read it. So that's an example. So reach out to those university clubs, have them provide papers and write papers based upon their experimentation. Come to Hamfest, present those papers, and have a contest among people that will watch those presentations.
Yeah.
Rate them. And have prizes for the club that writes the best paper.
Nice.
And the best application. So that's something that we're researching as Greater Houston Hamfest. How can we become known as the ham club that supports our universities and research?
Okay.
How can we reach out to Boy Scouts and other groups like that want to see ham radio? Well, one of our gripes about the Boy Scouts has always been that all the things we do for them to get their merit badge does not result in them getting a license. And so that's always been a part of the discussion. So we've got some discussions going on with some of the Boy Scout troops Sorry about that.
That's okay.
And how to fix that. How to fix that so we can help support the scouts and things like that. So that's the things I'm looking at as far as Hamfest is concerned. And as you know, this is my second year to be in charge of the food for Hamfest. And last year we had our American Legion cooking team to bring out the smoker and cook it. And this year they were not available because it's the 100th anniversary of the American Legion, and I'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
But I brought in a caterer who's a friend of mine, and we've gotten really good feedback on the breakfast tacos.
Frank talked about that a minute ago.
Which ones you have?
I had both.
The potato and egg and the sausage.
My mic is live again.
Yeah, you're good.
You should see Noel's comment about that. Yes, I had both sets of the breakfast tacos. I liked them.
Right. And so we're seeing good feedback on that, and it just certainly adds to the experience. Certainly if we have one of the problems we have out in Rosenberg here at the fairground is we're so remote from food that if people leave to go get food, then it's likely they're not coming back. So that's a good point. And so part of that is measuring our data. We got to figure out how many people are here during what times they're here, and watch how the traffic tails off, and really collect data that gives us that. So we've got to get really sharp about how we measure things.
Yeah.
And think about not just measure it for measurement's sake, but measure it so we can understand what's really happening and look at the data on a spreadsheet and say, okay, how do we tweak it? We can't tweak what we can't measure.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No. Totally. Okay.
So those are things I'm concerned about, and we'll start to address those, and we'll see what kind of tweaks they make.
Good.
So.
Okay. Well, we've got a couple of Mike complimented and Frank complimented, and a couple other people who walked by had complimented the food today.
That's good.
Saying
That's good.
that it was better than, I don't remember it last year, but somebody said it was better than it was last year, and then someone says, it's better than I expected it to be, and that kind of thing. So,
well, even last year we got comments that it was better than the year before.
Well, yeah. Maybe they said it was better than 2 years ago.
Well, two years ago we had food trucks, and the food trucks made fabulous food. The only problem is that you've got folks that are waiting 20 minutes for their gourmet burger.
Right, yeah.
And hey, the 20-minute wait for a food truck food is okay at a block party. Invite them over to Hunters Association, bring some great food trucks. But man, in a Hamfest environment where you're kind of competing against other people to buy stuff,
right? Yeah,
20 minutes that's a long 20 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
So
it is.
But we started the food early, so I think that I would really challenge anybody that's involved in Hamfest to really seriously think about
You also were open yesterday for the vendor setup. You had small little sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I got a quick story about that.
Yeah.
Friday food has never really happened before.
Yeah.
And so we never really advertised it.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to make it happen if it worked out. Well, it did work out. We got going about 2 o'clock. And we had people complaining that the lunch wasn't ready till 2 o'clock.
It wasn't supposed to be there at all.
Yeah, I mean, so the point learned is it's all about expectations, people.
Right.
It's all about expectations.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but we want to raise the expectation, and that to think that when you come to the Greater Houston Hamfest, you will get good food, and you won't have to go looking for it somewhere down the road. So that's the thing. But any other questions you want to talk about the Hamfest?
No, I think you covered a little bit more extensively than what Mike did. So that's good. Did you want to talk about American Legion?
Yeah.
Okay.
American Legion Amateur Radio Club, national call sign is K9TAL. Okay.
Okay.
And if you're part of a local chapter, my local chapter is Whiskey 5 Tango Alpha Lima, and you can find us on Facebook at W5TAL, or just look up Texas American Legion Amateur Radio Club.
When you say local chapter, Houston or Texas or what's local?
Well, for the purposes of American Legion Post, there'll be several posts in one city. There's probably about 15 posts around Houston.
Okay.
Some of those posts have their own buildings, some do not. Some of them just meet at a local restaurant. We do have a post, and we're post 942 of Texas. Texas post 942. Raymond Freeman American Legion post in Sugar Land.
Okay. In Sugar Land. Okay.
When I joined those guys for the purpose of starting W5TAL, I'm the only ham, and there's only a couple more hams there, but it was a local post and they had a building, but I don't have a shack in it. It's still too small.
Okay.
So, but the purpose is veterans have a specific warm fuzzy connection. If it's like there's a certain class of people that have been under fire, or are prepared to be under fire. In my case, I never had to actually go to war, but there's a certain class of people that have been there, done that, and we have a certain fellowship amongst each other, and a vet-specific ham club is designed around the ideas and concepts that make the military work.
Good.
And we want to use those skills, that skill set, our hobby, and our way of looking at life as a way of serving our community.
Okay.
And when we serve our community, we build that bond as we serve one another.
Okay.
So that's the whole concept. When you look at the fact that we've had amongst our vets 22 suicides every single day for a matter of many years.
Yeah, there's an organization called like 22 Kill or something like that
Yes.
that addresses that specific problem. That one of our Jeremy N5KKE, he's somehow involved with that. I don't know what he does with it, but he's got the T-shirts and he's always talking about it. So
it's a big issue, and we talked about PTSD. Well,
right.
The D being disorder. Okay. Well, the fact is, I don't really like to call it a disorder. That's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal, and the PTS, post-traumatic stress response, is different for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, just the sound of artillery fire consistently is enough to cause post-traumatic stress.
Mm-hmm.
For others, they can crawl underneath a machine gun and throw a grenade in a machine gun box, and they're fine. It's just
right.
It's not necessarily related to particular activities that they may have done while in their military service, but the fellowship is there amongst vets. And some of the things we're doing, we have regular nets as a larger group.
Okay.
One of the greatest things that's happened recently is our move to an Echolink conference, which is Echolink conference. So you can just go to Echolink, as you know, and look at TALARC. And Shannon, I think, is W7SPY for spooky. He was one of those Navy intel guys. They have their own. We have our own little culture inside the military.
Sure.
So those Navy intel guys were like that. He went by the name Spooky.
Okay.
And he's up in Washington State. He's fronted the cost of setting up the Echolink's conference server and putting in the fiber line to do that. So it's on 24 hours. If a ham vet wants to find somebody to talk to, we've pretty much got that on, and there's pretty much always somebody there.
Awesome. That's fun. Okay. If somebody wants to get involved either in the local Houston chapter or nationally, how do they do that?
Probably just look to our Facebook, either American Legion Amateur Radio Club on Facebook, or they can look up legion.org/ham radio.
There you go.
And,
Frank, put that in the chat.
Legion, legion.org/ham radio.
Okay.
And we have a regular schedule of nets on legion.org/ham radio.
Yeah.
And so we'd love to have anybody involved in our nets. Tell you last that we've got.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
This is the 100th anniversary of the American Legion, and starting next week, I'm going to start a special event station that I'll run from time to time for the rest of the year, celebrating the 100th anniversary of the American Legion.
Great.
And we hope to really boost up our QRZ contacts, and so we can find us on QRZ too at W5TAL, and go there and sign our guest page and let us know. So, but every contact we make on during that 100th anniversary is going to receive a email certificate of contact as we have those, and I'll start getting that out probably on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's the kind of thing that I go for. I'll try to make the contact if I'll sign up on your email list or something. I'm not a vet. My father was Marine Corps Reserve, and our buddy Noel, KF5SOK in the chat, he says, as an Air Force veteran, thank you to TAL and other support groups. And then he posted legion.org/ham radio before you got to it. I'm going to give Noel, I'm going to unmute you while I say this. I'm going to give Noel admin rights to the YouTube channel because he's a little bit quicker on the draw than the guy sitting right across from me right now. And Noel's looking at it from a 60-second delay, so I don't know what's up with that.
I already commented on that. Yes. I had a 40-second head start.
Right,
I had the Facebook page, and he had the legion.org.
Yeah, so no, I'm just...
I would really appreciate anyone that's particularly is checking in with you. If they please go to the Facebook page.
Okay.
And like it. Those numbers are actually important.
Okay.
So we can really show our activity. Activity breeds more activity.
Yeah.
And we got some cool things we're going to do. There's not much on it, but one of the things we did last October was partner up with the Lone Star Flight Museum, which is over on the other side of town. We conducted the 100th anniversary of the World War I armistice was last October.
Okay.
And so we actually ran an HF station underneath the shadow of the wing of a B-17 bomber.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, that was awesome.
Oh,
cool.
yeah, that'd be fun.
That's just awesome, cool.
That would be really
and
fun.
So it's there. I mean, if anyone is interested in making a donation to us, we would gladly receive, and we because we're part of a 501c14, I think it is.
Okay.
Through our post, we can receipt that, give you a tax deductible receipt.
Good.
If you have old equipment, if we can use that used equipment, we will. If it's surplus to our needs, we'll eBay it off or something, and then use those funds for things that actually meet our needs. You got any other questions coming in?
Noel
Frank?
did ask about, let me find it again. You like to see more interaction with charter schools and technical high schools across Texas. How do you have an example on how to develop those relationships?
That's a great question. Thanks, Noel. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's real
Noli.
simple. Okay. STEM is huge. You know,
Oh, yeah.
all you got to do is say STEM, and you get ears that'll listen, right?
True.
And so,
Also, UNT has a big STEM youth program.
yeah,
To get high school students into actual college programs.
yeah. You know what? That program actually started over 25 years ago.
Yeah. I
was in
when
college
there.
at UNT when that started. That's how long.
I was there, and it was still going, and those kids killed the curve every time.
So you graduated from UNT?
Yes, I did.
Oh, go Eagles!
Yeah. I got a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science from them.
Well, I know the buildings that you took classes in.
Yep. I stayed in Clark Hall.
Oh yeah, Clark.
I am the reason why the rules for the dorms went from this to that, and we were consulted multiple times on the rewrites.
Oh, I got you. How funny.
So
Funny.
that
I'll
was
have
awesome.
to tell you a story about Bruce Hall later. Yeah, Bruce Hall. I'll just say this: they called it. It's where a lot of the fine arts majors lived. You know, the music.
Still was
for
when I
those-
was there. Yep.
Yeah, for those that know nothing about UNT, and you had a lot of the musicians and a lot of humanities kids and studying psychology. We called it Granola Hall.
Granola. I didn't hear that
Granola
term.
Hall. Yeah, you know
Okay.
why?
No.
Because it was full of fruits, flakes, and nuts.
Sounds like a ham radio
So,
club.
but let me go back to his question a little more. So, first of all, you write the concept up before you talk to any of the schools, right? And then you write the concept up. It could be the concept is you want to award the winner of a contest with equipment or dollars for funding. You need to take ham radio out if they don't already have a ham group, a ham team, and assist them with applying STEM applications into ham radio. Okay, and then once you've got a write-up about what they intend, you help them collect the data, set up the ham station, or participate with them, and then you assist them in writing the paper. Okay, bringing them into your Hamfest, have them present their papers with videos and PowerPoints and things like that. Bring all the kids in, and once you have your plan written up, you take that plan to our usual list of suspects, the folks that have marketing budget. Guess what? CQ Magazine can help with that. What's the other?
QST.
Thank you.
QST.
All those
QST.
magazines, they're eager to write up stories about these kind of things.
Right.
You contact your local media. They're eager to tell STEM stories, particularly if you've got raw video that you've captured. You've captured raw video. It's probably going to be good enough for broadcast purposes as long as it's not on an iPhone. And then you supply that raw video, and
also vertical, not or landscape, not vertical.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Landscape.
Landscape all day long.
And then you go to the equipment manufacturers, ICOM, maybe some of the vendors. They're eager to do those things. They're looking. They've got marketing budget, and they're just looking for good opportunities to spend it. Why? Because they want to tell the story, too. They want to tell the story of what they're involved in. So that's Noah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
So does UNT's Ham Club have a website? I tried to find it a minute ago. I couldn't. It came up with the Denton Ham Club.
What is it? Is it K5UNT or is it W5UNT? Isn't that one of those?
I don't recall.
Okay.
It might be NTU.
NTU.
Okay. The letters UNT are usually avoided for obvious reasons.
Yes. True.
So,
well, it used to be.
By the way, I was in school when they back in the 80s when they changed from North Texas State University to UNT, and that was the big joke around the radio station about when were they going to change the name, and so that was the big joke that went on for quite a while.
I'm sure it still does. I know that Andrew KE5GDB, he goes to UNT, and he's big in the Denton Club, the Dakar Club. So,
but I would really challenge. I mean, well, obviously we're going through a process, but down here But I would really challenge the clubs up north, particularly in Irving, and obviously the Plano Club that puts on the HamCon. HamCon would be a fabulous location for this type of experimentation.
Yeah.
And particularly the telecom corridor right there in Richardson.
Yes.
You've got Alcatel. I don't even know who the players are there now, but it's been 20 years since I've been there. But you've got a lot of big companies that would probably approach this. You want to put money in a STEM using RF applications? Where do we sign up?
Right. True. Could be. So, okay. Good. Cool, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us.
Oh, thanks for the time, and I appreciate all that you're doing to support Ham Radio and support the Hamfest, not just here but all the way around.
We'll be in contact sometime in the next few months about getting some preemptive videos up just to talk about the Hamfest and where it's going to go for next year and all that kind of good stuff.
That'd be great. We invite your participation.
Cool, man. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Bob.
All right.
Yeah. All right, have a good one. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Go NT.
Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, change this back.
Ticket number 720-620.
And okay.
720-620.
How long have we been going now?
Which is Callaway.
Good question.
I don't think there's a timer on this thing, but probably about an hour and 15 minutes, maybe.
Uniform.
It sounds about right. Yeah, I'm pulling up the live video right now. 40 minutes?
40?
That's what it said. Maybe.
No, it's been longer than that.
No, 40 watchers. That's what's the 40.
40. Oh, yeah. 40 watchers right now. Yeah, for sure. Hey to Larry from.
Hour and 23 minutes.
Okay. So Larry's in the chat, N3JTN. Good morning, good afternoon now.
Raffle tickets.
You're in Maryland, so you're an hour ahead of us.
Icon
So
73.
good show. Okay, man. I think it's 12:30,
Okay, our next
and I think we'll probably just go ahead and
ticket. 720
close it down while the
720-612.
background
Yep.
thing is going. So, but yeah, HoustonHamfest.org. Go check it out. If you missed it this year, try to catch it next year. They are a sponsor of this show. Be sure and thank, if you know anybody from the Houston Hamfest, be sure and thank them for that. And hopefully we'll get some more videos, interviews, and whatnot, and stuff about the Hamfest put up on this channel between now and the Hamfest next March. So get Mickey on video. Where is he, David?
Okay, door prize number 3.
I don't know where. What?
720-367. 720-367.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, David. He was
Going to be a
saw his table earlier, but he wasn't there. There he is, right there. You want to sit down?
question and answer book from 8 of our
We talked about that thing earlier.
donated by
Yeah, that. So
second manager.
give me a 1-2 count in the mic right there.
1 2 1 2.
You can move it closer to yourself if you like. That one's a dynamic mic. It's not as hot as these are. Hold on 1 second.
Ticket number 720-367.
Okay. All the guys in they're chatting in the background, or the
Super chat.
the loudspeaker is loud right now.
720-367.
So
720-620. 720-620.
they're reading off raffle numbers right now.
720-620.
So okay, Mickey, right?
Yes, Mickey Lee.
Okay, Mickey Lee. What? You have a call sign?
I don't.
Okay, you need to fix that.
I've been told that.
So David's in the chat right now. We've got a super
Yeah.
chat going on YouTube, and David's in there. He's like, "Hey, get Mickey to sit down." So we talked about. So he posted about the tornadoalert.com website earlier,
Right.
and then I told everybody that I'm busy using that, so I can give a more informed review on it later on. So tell us about your product, what it does, and all that kind of good stuff.
Okay. So the tornado device is called the Tornado Alert Unit.
Uh-huh.
It receives the electrical and electromagnetic emanations from a thunderstorm. So
Okay.
think of your crackles and pops and things that you hear on your AM radio when there's storms in
Yeah.
the area.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
This detects all of that energy in a range of 30 miles around the device itself.
Okay.
So a lot of people, when they first hear about it, they think of a NOAA weather radio, but this is a standalone detection device in itself.
Okay.
But it has some of the same functions of a NOAA weather radio. So it will alarm and wake you up in the middle of the night, which is when most tornado deaths occur.
Yeah. Yeah, because people sleep through them, right? Because they don't hear the sirens or whatever.
or for whatever reason they don't have another source of information.
Right.
There's also there's reasons why the warnings from the Weather Service aren't delivered. There could
Okay.
be communication breakdowns. It could be that the Weather Service never issues a warning on a tornado. About 40% of the time, tornadoes occur when there's no warning ever issued.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They also have issues on the other side of the deal where they issue too many warnings, so that 75% of the times the warnings that are issued are false alarms.
There's also a little bit of lag time. I'm a spotter for Tarrant County,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes about 5 minutes or so to get it out on broadcast.
Yeah.
On to all the radio channels and TV channels to announce it.
So
Okay.
I like to say there's 3 different ways that you can detect a tornado. One is with your eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can see it for yourself, or spotter networks can identify it, or TV crews in a helicopter can point their camera at it and see it.
Mm-hmm.
The second way is with Doppler radar.
Yes.
So there's not only the limitation in the time it's required to receive the information and issue a warning, but it takes 5 minutes to do a full scan of the radar.
Okay.
So a short-lived tornado, or one that's developing very quickly, it may occur in the middle of that scan, so it may take 3 or 4 or 5 minutes for that scan to complete, for the
Okay.
radar meteorologist of the National Weather Service to assess what he sees on the radar, the echoes, and then make a determination that there is a tornado, maybe with other information that's coming from the spotter network. So it can take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes for that process to take place. The tornado device is scanning every minute, so it's an almost instantaneous read on the severity of the storms in the area.
Okay.
And so it's updating every minute. It's giving you a reading on the severity as well as the distance, and it will alarm at the top 3 levels of the 5 levels that it detects. So it detects 5 levels: lightning, thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm, tornado risk or a tornadic thunderstorm, and then finally tornado itself.
Okay.
It will alarm at severe thunderstorm, it'll alarm at tornado risk, and it'll alarm again when there's a tornado.
Okay.
So if you have an event where there's a thunderstorm within that 30-mile range that's building, going through all of those processes to become a supercell or a rotating tornadic thunderstorm, it will alarm those 3 times.
Okay.
You can toggle off that lowest level, the severe thunderstorm level, if you don't want to be woken up in the night by a severe thunderstorm. Frankly, myself, I'd like to be woken up by if there's a severe thunderstorm.
I like to get woken up by those because if my battery backup, which actually I need to replace the batteries in, so they're not even working right now. In my computers, because I've only got about 8 or 9 computers at the house.
I saw some around at the Hamfest.
So I shut down. So I like to go shut down my computers that are running, the ones that are not on battery backup. So yeah.
So I see it's running right now. So it has a battery in it.
This device, I've unplugged it from the power supply, so it does have a 9-volt battery that's running it. This is a demo unit, so I can actually put it through its paces here for you.
Okay.
It says no threats right now. I don't know if it's the backlight doesn't work on the battery level.
Let's see. Let me turn this real quick. 1 second. Okay, that's fine. And
that's coming up at 1 o'clock. We hope you're willing to go out and take a look as they launch the balloon.
okay, all right, you're good. You're better now.
It just zoomed out.
Had a lot of fun doing that, and I'm sure
Sometimes it does that.
very open to you.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, so it's indicating no threats right now. The first level is lightning. The number of bars is indicating a distance. So there's 12 total bars. If it's 12 bars all the way to the right, that's telling you that it's right on top of you. If there's only 1 or 2 bars, it's 25, 30 miles away. The next level is not severe or a thunderstorm that hasn't reached a severe level. The third level is severe thunderstorm. That's where the alarm kicks in. So you've got an audible alarm as well as the strobe light. If at that point you turned it off so you didn't want to keep listening to the alarm, if it alarmed again at that point a few minutes later, it's telling you that there's a tornado risk.
Okay.
And it's every minute it's cycling and it's telling you how far away it is. And then if it alarms a third time, it goes all the way to tornado, it'll alarm again.
It's the same alarm each time?
Yeah, the sound and the strobe are the same.
Okay.
It's got an external output that can drive another light, so another strobe light, or a bed shaker, or another audible device, something like that. So if you wanted to extend the reach, not have to be right next to the device itself.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And the website is tornadoalert.com?
Tornadoalert.com.
Okay.
We're running a promo code for this Hamfest, GHH2019. You can get the show special price. The list price is $84.95. The show special price is $64.95.
Oh, good. Okay.
You can get that on the website right now. It'll be good for a couple weeks.
Perfect. Hey, that's really cool. Put this back out. There we go. Okay. Well, Mickey, thank you very much for sitting down. I mean, yeah, I got one of those units from David at the Irving Hamfest 3 weeks ago. So he texted me like a week and a half ago. He's like, hey, weather's up, because he lives in DFW somewhere down.
He lives
last
in San
Wednesday.
Angelo.
Huh?
Yes, last Wednesday week.
That might have been when it was. He sent me a
last week
text.
there was a really.
He's like, hey, that'd be a good night to test it. And I'm like, okay. So I set it up so it's sitting on
you
my
got it set
nightstand.
up?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's setting up right now.
Did you detect
So-
anything with that event?
Not that night, no, I didn't.
I don't think we got too much in our area. It was mostly south of
we
us.
got about a week after that. We got some really heavy winds. I didn't get any lightning or thunder that night, but I got really heavy winds. Like there's a couple of shingles that came off of my roof.
Yeah,
it doesn't detect wind, does it?
Now, after that line of storms went through, there were some really strong southwest winds behind that system.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was. Would it detect that as a tornado type activity or what?
No, generally it won't. It won't detect. It really requires a thunderstorm.
Okay.
To generate the level of electrical energy that this detects.
Okay.
I have heard odd accounts where a very strong wind created a lot of static electricity at the surface that has been detected, but it's really not tuned for that. It's tuned for the thunderstorms.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. All right, good. Well, thanks for sitting down with us.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate that. And I'll shoot you when I get the video done on it. That I'll put up a single video just for that unit, and I'll let you know when that is.
Okay, great.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Cool. Never know what you're going to find at a Hamfest. Nope. Let's go back here.
It's well working.
And still working, dude. I'm taking this thing home. I'm not going to let you have it back. Yeah,
I'll bring it to Bill.
I already told, huh?
I'll bring it to Bill.
Well, I hope you will. But no, I want to test. I got to get something like this for myself. Something that I have to pay $150 a month for. So that's why I asked if you had an extra line, because I'll buy an extra line from you on your plan.
Yeah,
so
Dad about that. He's the one that takes care of the
I might do that. We'll see. All right, it's 12:45 local time, so I think we're going to shut it down, Frank. Thanks to everybody who joined us from the chat. It looks like K0IZZ. Good afternoon. KE4GIV, Jim, good afternoon. Thanks for joining.
We got a Martin from Switzerland, KB3YDM.
No, HB3. You said KB. HB, Switzerland.
I'm sorry.
So what's the best gadget from this year? Probably that tornado alert thing is the best gadget. I haven't seen many other gadgets out here. So N5CU, David, thanks for watching.
There's that giant mag loop over there Noel was commenting on with the NASA logo.
Oh, yeah.
It's still for sale.
Cool. N5ODX, Bill, hopefully see you in a couple weekends at Belton, since you're in Temple. I assume you mean Temple, Texas. You got a 5 call sign. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe.hamradio2.com if you're not a subscriber already, and go find us on Discord, hamradio2.com/Discord, DISCORD. So until
7-3.
next time, 7-3. Catch us in 2 weeks at the Belton Hamfest. Da, 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 da.